Okay. In this video, you will see how I put this Tesla coil together. And a few failures putting the coil on and having it not sit on or set up right with hot melt glue. That didn't work. So luckily I had to use some Tester's cement and glued it together. But I mean, the circuit board was easy to put together. It wasn't that hard. I did have to go back and find another video where somebody had actually built the same one, and because there was a couple of things I didn't see, and there was no real instructions. There are no step-by-step instructions when you get this thing. There's nothing. They give you the number of parts you have, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing else. So I was pretty much flying blind putting this thing together until I looked at that video, and I finally figured out what to do with it. But anyhow, what you'll see is what I came up with, and I did not test it yet because I have to go ahead and find some kind of a socket or something to plug into the Tesla coil. I do have a 24-volt supply I can use that's rated at more than 4 or 5 amps, so there's enough for it to work. So anyhow, you'll see that in this video, see how I put this thing together. And so that'll be it. Come on, dog. Oh. Well, as you can see, I'm getting this circuit board together a little bit at a time here. The thing with these other transistors, the power ones in the back, the thing with those is the reason you have to go ahead and you've got to put this metal back here is because what's going to happen is, that's why they give you the thermal grease. They give you this thermal grease because what's going to happen is it's going to use the underside of this as the heat sink. That is the fan is on this side. So yeah, so stands to reason that's what's going to happen. Now I don't know how I have to hook the well, screw it together, but they give you long enough screws and everything for that. And then if you have the plastic boxes I have to still build. So those will be fun to do. But it'll take a while, but not that long, I don't think. So far it's going along pretty good. It's pretty easy so far. And I think I still have to solder I still have to solder this push button switch yet. Luckily the dog is outside playing, so he won't be bothering me today. And yeah, so let me see if I can get closer to look at that at all. Oh, here you go. But yeah, it doesn't have that many parts. Surprisingly, it's the main thing is going to be basically the coil and getting that arranged with this other stuff. But you can see it's not real bad. It didn't take long to solder. So far it hasn't. All my joints come out nice and clean on this board. It's a really nice board too. And it's real easy to work on because all the tabs are really big. So that's what really surprised me. So anyhow, we're moving right along here. Hopefully we'll have another installment for you in a little bit. And that's going to be it for now. Okay, we're getting back again. We're getting a little bit closer. I still have to glue this coil on, but everything else is wired up. And what they don't tell you is that you've got to glue this on the top, and that's what the extra little standoff is for. So like that, and then I have to find my 24-volt power supply. Yeah, they do not supply a power supply with this little kit. This kit here only was, when I bought it, I think it was like $16. I think the kits they have now, you buy the little 24-volt supply that goes with it, but it's got to be pretty good size because they said it's got to be about 3 to 4 amps, so at 24 volts. So anyway, I got that together. The center of the Tesla coil, one side of the wire is down there, soldered to the board, and pretty much almost ready to go. I have to glue this down though. I got to glue the coil down there, and then the top with the, actually I could do it to leave it open with just a wire, but I'm going to probably attach it to this. So anyhow, that's how far my progress is so far, and we'll come back when we get more done. And that's it for right now. Okay, with the help of the old hot melt glue gun, got this the top glued on, and the coil is glued on to the base now, all the way around. And I made the other coil go around it. It hooks into the circuit board on this side. So now what I got to do is find a power source, and I do have a 24-volt power supply, but I'm going to have to figure out some kind of a way to get a jack to plug in there, and then we'll go ahead and test this thing out. So here's my continued working on this as we go. Show you a little bit every time, and actually it wasn't too bad. That's where the fan is down below, and then you have to go ahead and make sure that the transistors are really set down tight on top of the insulating grease down below. But all in all, it looks like, well, put it this way, it looks just like the drawings. So anyway, that's how far we've gotten so far. It looks like it's pretty much ready, just I have to get some power to it next, and we'll show you that next. And that's going to be it just for a little bit, I hope, and we'll come back. Well, hot melt glue didn't work. It just, this surface is so slick it just slid right off. It never stuck on it. So now I'm using Testor's basically model airplane cement to glue the plastic together, and I think that's about the only way it's going to work right. So then also I've got a mound of paper left over from taking all the plastic off this plastic box. It's supposed to go around it, but I can't really do anything more until this thing sets up and it's hard enough to work with. So that's what I'll be doing next.